Today, I'm going to go through two low-risk projects that could still do really well in terms of X's on your money. Despite them being relatively low risk, they are also quite small in market cap and therefore could go on to do around a 50x this cycle, turning $2,000 into a staggering $100,000. So let's get straight into it. Now, before I share these two projects with you, I just want to tell you very quickly about my Patreon page. This group is all about looking at those low cap gems. We are a huge network, a huge community of people trying to find the next 100x gems, even the next 200, 300, and 400x gems. And we are definitely on our way to that. Just in the last 6 months, some of my Patreons have made many, many great gains. And we've had between 10 to 55x on a lot of the projects. And that's in the last 6 months in a bear market. So imagine how it's going to do in the bull market. Hit the link in the description, check it out, maybe just join for a month, trial it out, see if you like it. And then if you do, I'm sure you'll continue. So let's get straight into the first project, and that is Singularity DAO. Now, these two projects I'm sharing with you today are what you will call lower risk low caps or lower risk mid caps, depending on what you differentiate the difference between the different size market caps. And with this one, I do believe it is exactly that, because what you're getting here is a project very strongly linked to a major ecosystem with the SingularityNET, or the AGIX rather, ecosystem. And that is Singularity DAO. And we're talking a small market cap here, guys. 39 million is very, very small, particularly if we see this trend grow in the bull run and become even bigger than what it has been in perhaps January and February. And I believe AI is going to be a trend that does grow into the next bull run. And Singularity DAO is going to be at the centerpiece of that if that is a trend. Talking about the basics, guys, we've got $39 million market cap and an 84% circulating supply. So we're going to have little to no dilution in terms of a worry for this bull cycle, which is really, really good. I know a lot of the AI projects don't have the best tokenomics. Singularity DAO is definitely not in that situation. They have great tokenomics, meaning that it's very scarce and it's not going to be, diluted over the time of the bull run. Now, when we go on the max chart, what you can see is Singularity DAO is down a lot from its all-time high. But then when you go onto market cap, you can see that the all-time high market cap was actually around 130 million. And we're currently only at 39 million. So it's not that different, to be honest. I mean, to all-time high, you're only talking a few X's, right? It's not 10X. It's not 20X. You're talking 5X or so just to get back to all-time high market cap. So that's very doable, even in the short term, right? Even in the next 6 to 12 months, that is doable. But talking about the bull run, if Singularity DAO was to 50x, you would be looking at a market cap around about a $2 billion market cap, $1 to $2 billion market cap. Now, that may seem like a stretch, but when you consider the fact that the whole AI narrative in crypto is very, very new, and Singularity DAO, and especially AGIX's ecosystem, is also quite new, you're seeing more and more projects start to launch on the Singularity DAO ecosystem, or the Singularity DAO launchpad rather. So more and more AI projects are coming to AGIX, obviously because they are the leading experts, the leading field of knowledge when it comes to AI. And where are they going to launch on? Obviously the DAO for Singularity. And you can see here we've got some news. Sophiaverse token generation event coming soon. So that's just one of many projects which are built on this ecosystem, and obviously go through the launchpad to try and gain capital and investment. So you can see here how it works. The Sophiaverse one is live. We've got one here that's to be decided or to be confirmed. We've got NuNet, which is obviously finished, Cogito, which is finished, Hypercycle finished, and Rejuve that are finished. And I'm sure heading into the bull run, you're going to see more and more projects, particularly in AI, start to launch on the AGIX ecosystem. And that is only going to lead to more people wanting to use this project and more people believing in it. It's not just the launchpad though, guys. You've got a few different things. You've got the DynaSets, which is a really interesting AI kind of crypto investor. And this basically uses AI managed signals and AI kind of algorithms in order to try and generate you some good returns on your money. So very interesting thing, relatively risky, but if it performs well, this could be a major, major thing that people look to put their money in. They've also got a DEX as well, very simplistic DEX. And this is for AI projects. So you can see you've got the likes of SDAO. Maybe you could swap that to AGIX, right? Or to Ethereum and then to AGIX. So overall, it's a very strong project. I think if you believe in SingularityNET, SingularityDAO is probably going to do something similar. Maybe the gains are even more than SingularityNet because we've seen AGIX rally now. Now it's SingularityDAO's turn, especially as the ecosystem grows and it's not as, one-sided and focused on the AI marketplace with SingularityNet. Once you see Rejuve, Cogito, these types of projects get into the top 200, SingularityDAO is going to also push forward. So this for me is a great ecosystem play, but also a good decentralized finance play because you've got a DEX and you've also got the DynaSets, which I just explained. So Singularity DAO, I would say, is a low risk, low cap, even if that exists or not, right? Obviously, nothing is low risk in crypto, and I'm not a financial advisor, but if we are looking at a low risk project, sub 50 million market cap, this is definitely one that I would look at. Moving on to the next one, which is slightly higher in market cap, we've got Flux, $126 million market cap. Again, very solid fundamentals in terms of the tokenomics. You're not going to be worrying about crazy dilution or anything like that. Now, Flux is very different. Flux is tackling a major industry in the world, which is Amazon Web Services. Flux are trying to be the powerhouse or the infrastructure of Web3, which is huge. Every single website, every single game, every single app has to use some form of web servers or infrastructure in order to allow it to keep running. And most companies utilize Amazon Web Services, whereas what Flux are offering is a purely decentralized alternative. They can't just shut down your website if they don't like you. They can't just shut down your game if too many people are playing it or whatever it is, right? I don't know, the reasons of censoring. I know they happen. I know they happen largely for politicized reasons, but also not just that. So Flux are allowing you to have your data in a decentralized way that can't be tampered with and deleted and destroyed. And I think this is very powerful. And I like the consensus mechanism. It's proof of work. I think it's proof of useful work, I believe, not proof of stake. It's proof of useful work. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, guys, but it's a very interesting consensus mechanism. And overall, it's a strong project with a very good ecosystem as well. You're seeing many different projects look to use Flux, run on Flux, right, with the kind of WordPress type thing. And you can also see here the price compared to some other bandwidth providers. So Google Cloud, there you go, 176. Amazon Web Services, 79. Flux are extremely competitive when it comes to price. So why use a centralized alternative when you can utilize Flux? And something interesting that I got from the founder when I talked to him, by the way, not paid, right? They don't do that. But when I talked to the founder, what he mentioned was he can go and Flux will still run. The whole team can go and Flux will still be existing because it's not reliant on humans for it to continue, being up. And he said that's very different to a lot of different cryptocurrencies. A lot of cryptos, they need the founder. The CEO goes, it's done. I like the fact that it's truly decentralized and you don't need anyone to actually be there to oversee it. It actually does what crypto is meant to do and cuts out the middlemen. So Flux for me is a good one. Now, you may be asking, Flux, isn't that kind of old? How much X can it really do? Now, you would be right to say that. It's been around since quite a while, 2018, you can see there. But look how crazy this one shot up last cycle. From the rally up here, 2019 rally, all the way up until 2021. Look how crazy that one went. It went, if I can get the market cap up here, it went from in July 2021 being a market cap of 20 million to going all the way up to a market cap of around 700 million or so. So it had a crazy rally, 20 million to 700 million in market cap. What I'm thinking here, we could see something similar, but even more to the upside. So we go maybe to double what we did last cycle. Last cycle, we went to $3.33. Maybe this cycle, we go to $6. Maybe we go to $10, right? Because I don't think proof of work is over. I think proof of work is a sleeping giant in terms of a narrative. I think more people are going to realize proof of work is more decentralized and more efficient in terms of an actual good blockchain. So, look, controversial opinion, I know, but I do believe this one could go on to do very well, maybe between a 20 to a 50x. I would say SDAO is probably bigger in terms of gains only because of the smaller market cap. But both of these, I would say, are fundamentally strong projects. They're not going anywhere. They're not going to die. They're not going to rug pull. They're very safe investments in my view. Okay, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not trying to tell you to buy. But if you're looking for some really solid projects to add to your portfolio that aren't really incurring too much crazy risk like some of these gaming coins do, these two could be absolutely perfect for you. I'm going to finish off, guys, by talking about the Patreon page. I would 100% listen up, guys, because some people will just write this off. You know, you're just trying to make money and just trying to promote something. But genuinely, the people in this group have made life-changing gains. And I'm not saying that willy-nilly. I'm saying that because it's very, very true. And particularly those who join the VIP Plus tier. This one is by far the most valuable tier. And it's not the most expensive, but in terms of value for your money, what you get with this tier is huge. You get the Telegram group, which is a huge network of millionaires, multi-millionaires, but also complete beginners. So there's loads of different people in the group, and all of our minds fused together. We've got people who are working with crypto projects. We've got developers in there. We've got people who own crypto companies. And we've also got whales and multi-millionaires throwing in, 20 grand here and there into these low caps. So it's kind of like a whale group, but it's also for beginners. So if you're a complete beginner to crypto, you will find many people in the same situation as you who are all also trying to learn. But you don't just get that, guys. You don't just get the huge community. You don't just get the huge network. You also get full trackability or full traceability of what I'm doing in the crypto market. If you want to see when I'm buying and what I'm buying, you can see it to the minute. If you want to see what I'm selling, when I take profits, you can see it to the minute. So you can literally copy my investments, copy my portfolio, which you also gain access to, and make the exact same gains as me and make the same moves as me. If you believe that I'm going to make a lot of money this cycle, which I absolutely will, then you're going to make a lot of money this cycle if you follow along. No guarantees, just my opinion. Check it out. Join for a month. See if you like it. I'm sure you will. But don't limit yourself, guys. If you can afford it, if you're really, really serious about crypto and you really want to learn it to the best of your knowledge, join the boss tier. You can book a one-to-one call with myself. We can go over any of your crypto needs. If you want me to look through your portfolio, if you want me to guide you through how to use centralized exchanges, how to use decentralized exchanges, all of these different things, join that boss tier and I'll be able to do that for you. That's going to be it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed, leave a like because it encourages me to make more videos like this, and subscribe if you're new, and I'll look forward to seeing you in my next video. Goodbye.